Miami Heat Courtside is sponsored by Opera Tower.
I'm Israel Gutierrez, and this is Miami Heat Courtside. We're well past the midway point, but the All-Star break is upon us, and with it comes the perfect time to assess the Heat that we've seen through 56 games. Given all the scrutiny this team has heard since day one, you'd think it was doing far worse than 41-15 and going into the break in a virtual tie atop the Eastern Conference standings. But along with all the positive aspects, there remain some concerns heading into the final 26 games of the regular season, especially for a team with championship aspirations. What's gone well? For starters, LeBron James and Dwayne Wade have discovered a chemistry that not many people figured they'd find. Wade has allowed LeBron to do a tad more of the ball handling and facilitating, while Wade keeps his eye on the basket. The result has Wade pouring in some big scoring nights, while LeBron has more of the all-around numbers you'd expect. LeBron might even have placed himself in front of the MVP race, which seemed like a long shot at the start of the season. Also surprisingly positive has been the play at center. Erik Spoelstra has found a good dynamic with Zydrunas Ilgauskas starting and providing scoring and offensive rebounds. And he follows that up with the defense and rebounding of either Joel Anthony or Eric Dampier. The combinations have worked much more than they've hurt the Heat. And finally, the consistency of Chris Bosh has been a comfort for the Heat. He's an all-star because of his 18.5 points and 8 rebounds a game, but it's the balance he offers the Heat that have made him so important to this team. Of course, as is always the case, it seems like the negatives dominate the discussion in regard to the Heat. And those negatives generally start with the point guard play. Not many were happy with Carlos Arroyo, and it seems even less are satisfied now that Mario Chalmers is the starter. Neither has provided much consistency, though Chalmers' shortcomings appear to be more frustrating than Arroyo's. But don't look for Erik Spoelstra to make another change at this point. But you could anticipate less minutes with a traditional point guard on the floor overall. The losses to Boston, most notably the 3-point loss last Sunday, will continue to weigh on this team until it finally comes out victorious against the East favorites. But much like the Heat proved against the Detroit Pistons in 2006, all it takes is one confidence-building win, and the tide could turn entirely. The Heat has one more regular season game on April 10th against the Celtics to try to turn that momentum. Finally, the overall lapses during the games are somewhat disconcerting, and those are closely tied to the lack of bench production. With Eddie House, Mike Miller, and James Jones coming off the bench, it would seem the Heat should have a consistent threat among the reserves. But too often that combination is coming up short. If the Heat is going to succeed at a championship level, those players will have to play with a lot more consistency in the final months of the season. For the Miami Herald, I'm Israel Gutierrez.
Soaring 60 stories above Miami skyline is one of the world's most unique hotels, Opera Tower Suites and Marina. Opera Tower offers 3 distinct ways to experience unparalleled luxury. In addition, a vast array of resort-caliber amenities, including an oversized heated pool with Whirlpool Spa, fully equipped fitness center with aerobics room, million-dollar views, and a location that is unsurpassed for work or play. Miami's ultimate hotel and corporate rental suites and marina.